Good afternoon. I'm 14 First Alert meteorologist Arden Gregory. Beautiful out there right now. Lots of blue sky and sunshine, really nice and warm. That's going to be the case through the rest of the afternoon, but we have changes on the way. We've got a chance of rain and thunderstorms tonight. Then behind that, a nice little cool down, very fall-like feeling tomorrow. Then we've got more rain possible Friday into Saturday. Let me get the Facebook Live video pulled up really quickly. If you do have any questions or comments along the way, please drop those in the comment section of the Facebook Live video, and I'll do my best to answer your questions as we go along. Get this pulled up here. Whoop. Okay, so let's jump straight into it with these storms that we're tracking. There is this cold front off to the northwest. You see all those clouds kind of lined up there. There's some rain mixed in there as well. There are some very spotty showers and storms off to our southeast, but those are moving away from us, so we're not worried about those. We're focused on the ones that are coming in, and that's off to the northwest, and that cold front's going to sag farther south and eventually move into the tri-state. So right now, we've got just a few clouds out there. Those are those little white dots you see on the map, but it's mostly sunny across the tri-state, and I think that'll be the case through the rest of this afternoon and evening. Then later tonight, that's when that cold front starts to come down from the northwest. So mainly after 10 p.m. we start to see some showers and storms working their way into the tri-state, and we've got that chance of rain right through the middle of the night tonight. Maybe a few pockets of heavy rain, a few rumbles of thunder. The thunderstorm chances kind of taper off then as we head toward Thursday, but still scattered showers and maybe even a brief rumble of thunder possible through the first half of the day on Thursday. So we do start out mostly cloudy with a chance of rain Thursday morning, but then by about lunchtime, middle of the day, that rain pushes off to the southeast, and notice how quickly the clouds follow right behind it. So really by Thursday afternoon and evening then it becomes mostly sunny. So we start out cloudy with some rain Thursday morning. By the end of the day though, it will be sunny and a really beautiful fall-like day, as well as the cold front bringing us this chance of rain and thunderstorms will also usher in some much cooler air tomorrow. As for our risk of any strong to severe storms, notice the tri-state outlooked in this brown color here. That's general run-of-the-mill garden variety thunderstorms. It looks like the chance of severe weather will most likely stay farther west, mainly out in Missouri, then stretching back into Kansas there. As that cold front swings through the tri-state tonight, those storms will likely be weakening. Then as we go through the day on Thursday, and this cold front continues to push off to the southeast, in the warmth of the day, as more energy gets into the atmosphere, as the sun gets overhead, those storms may re-intensify. But keep in mind, they're supposed to be out of the tri-state by about lunchtime tomorrow. So by the time they start to ramp back up, they'll probably be already out of our region. So just due to the timing, looks like we're probably going to miss out on any chance of severe weather this time around. There's that chance of severe weather off to our west today. Those storms weaken as they move through the tri-state, and then they pick back up as they move out of the tri-state. So looks like we'll probably get a few pockets of heavy rain, a few rumbles of thunder. It may get a little windy as these storms move through, but we're not expecting severe weather at this time. This is also not our only chance at rain. Notice on Friday, we're still in that risk of general thunderstorms, and that's from a whole different system coming through. So we've got this first cold front coming down from the northwest tonight, bringing us scattered rain overnight and into the day on Thursday. I also mentioned that kind of cool fall-like weather. Behind that cold front, our wind direction changes, and this cooler, drier air comes in from the northwest. Really cools us off really nicely on Thursday. That plus the fact that we'll start the day with clouds and rain. That cool down does not last though. By Friday, our wind direction changes again. Friday, we'll have warm air coming in from the south. We start out mostly sunny in the morning, so our temperatures are going to bounce back into the 80s on Friday. But then we've got a second cold front. That's going to move through Friday night into Saturday morning, which does bring us another chance of some scattered showers, maybe even a thunderstorm, starting Friday afternoon and evening, continuing through the night and into Saturday morning. Again, we're not expecting severe weather, but this could still be impactful because of Friday night football games. So we'll be keeping a very close eye on that possibility that there may be some scattered rain somewhere across the tri-state as we go through Friday night football. That rain will taper off early in the day on Saturday, and we'll see clearing skies. And then by Sunday, clear blue skies and sunshine, but we keep that cooler air flowing in from the north. So the second time around, that cool down will stick around a little bit longer. As for how much rain we're going to get from this system, it does seem like the chances of sort of widespread rain tonight are better than they are on Friday, but there's a chance we could get rain both times in several locations. So this is total tonight into tomorrow morning, and again Friday night into Saturday morning, all added up together. We could be looking at around a ½ inch to an inch of rain in several locations, and that is rain we really need. If you get caught in a thunderstorm with a downpour, it's possible we could see some isolated totals even higher than that. And again, we're right on the brink of drought conditions right now, so we could really use this rain. So a couple rounds of good soaking rainfall is all good news here in the tri-state. Those two cold fronts moving through, as I mentioned, are also bringing big changes to our temperatures. Right now, it's really warm out there, mid to upper 80s for most of us. Check out Greenville, sitting at 91 right now. It's 87 in Evansville. I think we'll tack on just another degree or two this afternoon. Most of us are going to top out somewhere in those upper 80s. Then we'll fall back through the 80s and into the 70s as the sun begins to set this evening. By the end of the night, we'll bottom out in the low to mid 60s with those scattered showers and storms rolling through. Then tomorrow, we start out with clouds and rain, but we end the day with sunshine. Notice the wind direction though. That cool air coming in from the northwest, that's going to drop our temperatures more than 10 degrees compared to today, with highs only reaching the mid 70s tomorrow afternoon. Now with that wind direction shifting back around from the south, we do bounce back into the lower to maybe even mid 80s on Friday, depending on how much sunshine we get. Then that second cold front moves through, looking at highs in the low to mid 70s on Saturday. Then we gradually start to warm back up through the upper 70s and into the lower 80s again by the middle of next week. Mid 80s would be considered average for this time of year. So that gradual warm up, it's possible it'll just keep going. If we look at the extended outlook then from Thursday, September 11th up through the 17th, it does show a trend back toward above average temperatures. So that would most likely mean mid to maybe even upper 80s as we get toward the middle of this month. But it also shows a trend toward below average precipitation. This time of year, we don't get a lot of rain usually anyway, so average precipitation is not a lot. Below average would mean we really don't have a lot of shots at good soaking rainfall once we get through this week. One other thing we are keeping an eye on is there is a system out in the tropics. It's coming off the coast of Africa, and as it works its way westward across the Atlantic, there is now an 80% chance, so it's been increased. Yesterday it was 70. There's now an 80% chance that that will become a named cyclone, and if it does, it will become Gabrielle, which is the next name on the list. After that would be Umberto and then Imelda, and we work our way on down the list from there. But Gabrielle potentially forming out in the Atlantic right now, 80% chance. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. Right now, not expecting any local impacts or anything like that though. So I know some people may be bummed, especially about the possibility of some rain on Friday night, but this is really good news. So we need the rain. We've got two shots at it, one tonight into tomorrow morning, then another chance of rain Friday night into Saturday morning. But then after that, it dries back out and it may stay dry for quite some time. So be grateful for the rain if we get it. All right, check the comments. Becky, William, Jeff, all echoing what I just said. We need the rain. Bring on the rain. Looking forward to some rain. So definitely hoping that this helps shake us out of that drought we've been slowly slipping into for the past couple of weeks. I'm not seeing any questions about those storm chances for tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, but don't go anywhere. Jamie French and Robinson Miles will be right back with your latest news headlines.
Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert Weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices. Live from 14 News, this is a 14 Digital News Desk update.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us for the 2:30 streaming show. I'm Jamie French.
And I'm Robinson Miles. Of course, as we pass the midpoint of the week, a lot is happening in the tri-state, and we are going to start today, unsurprisingly, with some road work going on in Evansville. We do have a major traffic alert there. More work is happening today at the intersection of the Lloyd and Burkhart Road. INDOT crews say drivers heading east on the Lloyd will not be able to turn right onto Burkhart.
And meanwhile, those who are heading north on Burkhart will not be able to turn right onto the eastbound Lloyd. Officials say this is another restriction added to the others that are happening right now. So double whammy of work in this area. Our Gabe Pontones is talking with INDOT officials and some people who live and work in that area just about how big of a headache this really is. And we're told that it will last quite some time, but the last we heard from INDOT is they're hoping to have all of this done and cleaned up and out of the way long before holiday shopping gets into play, because this is right where you would turn like into the Target complex area. Yeah, and that gets even busier as time goes on. So hopefully we can get this wrapped up and out of everyone's hair in time for holiday shopping.
If nothing else, it's a good opportunity for you to kind of stretch those improvisation muscles. My wife and I do have a lot of discussions of, okay, well, this one's broken down, so let's take this road. Now, that one's under construction, so let's take that one. So if nothing else, get you out of your routine. See a different part
Find
of
new
town.
places to shop and eat.
Hey, there you go. Explore a different side of town for a while. All right, well, to round things off, we've got some fun emerging sports news going on happening tonight. A new emerging sport, girls flag football, will officially begin with their first regular season game.
Yeah, the Castle Knights, Modern Day Wildcats, and Memorial Tigers will each face off in games tonight. The teams held call-outs. They formed a roster. They have been practicing and certainly just doing a lot of learning about this new sport. Now, an Indiana professional team has had a huge hand in helping kickstart this program, teaching the girls what it's all about, because, of course, it is a new sport. It's been quite a challenge for those girls to learn the rules, but they do tell us that they are ready for the challenge. They are excited. It officially kicks off tonight. Our Max Parker will be live at 6 with coverage of the first flag football games of the season.
I am so excited.
This is so cool.
About this story. This is such a weird intersection of things because, for one, it's an emerging sport. It's something new, and as we mentioned, all those angles of figuring this out. But at the same time, we all kind of know what football's about.
Right.
So it's new, but it's not. It should be different. Very exciting.
Also
I'm
love
really
that
gonna
it's
see
for
this.
the girls. That's awesome.
Right? Come
super cool.
on.
That's super cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Of course, looking ahead, we've got all these stories and a whole lot more in even greater detail tonight at 14 News at 4, 5, and 6. And, of course, later tonight at 10.
All right. Thanks for watching this.